Hello, my crafty friends. It's Andrea from Prairie Sky Paper Crafts, your independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Manitoba. Today we are playing with painted poppies. I've had this set for a while and I haven't really used it as much as I would like to. So I'm doing two cards today. The first one is super quick and super easy. So that's why I've decided to bring in a second card with this one. So yeah, let's get started. Sorry, I just had an idea pop into my head and I may go with it or might not. We'll see how it goes. So for this one, we are actually going to be stamping on some designer series paper. I've got this piece from In Good Taste, the wood grain, and fittingly, we are going to be using Poppy Parade cardstock and Poppy Parade ink. I've also got my Memento Black at the ready. So here we go. I'm going to be using this stamp as well as the splotch. That is the technical term. So we are going to first stamp our poppy. I've got the ink pads for my next card kind of in the way here. Okay, and I'm going to stamp it kind of centered. I'm just doing a very clean and simple card for this one. The next one isn't terribly elaborate either. So for the splotch, it's going to give you that sort of watercolor look. So we're going to ink up. And it doesn't have to be perfect because this is not a perfect impression. This stamp can actually be used for either one of these in the set. And it's not 100% coverage either because it is that sort of watercolor look. All right. And I've got some in my thumb, so let's go. Okay, and then we're just going to place it over top roughly where we stamped our image and then bring it up. And it does take a second or two to dry on the designer series paper. So you can either blast it with your heat gun or you can just let it air dry for a minute or two. I think I'm going to give this Stamp the Sentiment in black today, I think. Now I am going to be using Know You Are Loved from Celebrate Sunflowers. Move this off to the side. Now, this can be a note of encouragement. It can be a sympathy card. It can be whatever you wanted it to be. And then I'm just going to stamp our sentiment beside the flower. So really quick card to come together. I'm going to add our adhesive. Oops. One strip on each side. Now it does need a little bit of something if you wanted to. This is perfect for the beginner stamper. If you wanted to, you can just grab some gems. Not those ones. Let's see, I'm going to use some of the Brush Metallic adhesive gems. I think we'll use gold on this one. And I'm just going to do 3 right in the corner here. Oops. It's the second time today that I've taken a gem off and flipped it. Now, over in my VIP group, I'm doing a 12 Days of Christmas. That link is down below, so if you click it and you would like to see my 12 Days of Christmas, which will go from November 1st until November the 12th, I invite you to pop over there and check it out. All right, so card number 1 is finished. I'm just going to set it off to the side. And then for card number 2, let's see. I have a piece of the same paper. 4¼ by 5½. I'm just going to double check that measurement to make sure that I grab the right one. Yep. So this is the entire front of our card. Now for this one, I'm going to be using Biggest Wish for the sentiment, which is one of my very favorite sentiment sets. I'm going to use, you know what, I'm going to use block text for this one. So I'm going to do happy and birthday. And I'm going to do this not in black today. I'm going to use basic gray. I just did a fundraiser and all of my birthday cards, or most of my birthday cards, have been spoken to or spoken for. So I need to get creating a few more. So there's happy. Stick that back in our stamp set and give it a wash when we're done. Birthday. Oh, no, I cut my finger this time. That's good. Okay, so now it's kind of dark. It's not very festive feeling, I don't think. So this is more, I would say it's a more youthful card. So I'm just going to pop this, and these two splotches I absolutely adore for cards like this. Super quick, super easy. You know what? I was going to use the same ink pad, but I think I'm going to change it up and use Mary Merlot and Rich Razzleberry. So I'm going to start with our smaller one. And I'm just going to randomly splotch ink. Now, I didn't grab my stamp cleaner, so I'm just going to tap it off to the side until no more ink is coming off. And then we're going to use the bigger ink pad, or the bigger splotch, for the same color. I'll do one here maybe. And again, just tap off until no more ink is showing. And then I'll grab Rich Razzleberry and do the same. Now, one of the ways that you could decorate this would be to go ahead and use your basic pearls and color them with your Stampin' Blend. Oh, actually, that does look like the same color on this paper. So I might bring in a third color just for a little bit of variety. Maybe I'll use some green. There. Actually, yeah, I'm going to grab a green. Garden green is here. I'm a little surprised. Well, there is a little bit of a color variation. You can tell this one's a little bit darker than that one. You could also stamp off so that you've got a lighter and a darker tone. But I think I'll just do a little bit of green on here. And then that way it's just got a little bit extra bits of interest as well. And I think we need one splotch up here. And maybe one down here. And then I think we're done. Yep, I think that'll be good. Okay, and then I'm going to use the same gems, I think. But for this one, I'm going to use the darker, not even really sure what color this is. But I'm just going to do 3 under the birthday. Now, to make it line up a little bit easier, what I like to do, if I'm doing it underneath a word, is start with the last letter and then work my way to the left. All right, so there's our happy birthday done. Let's see, card bases, there we go. I've been working on making card bases. I do it in bulk. because frankly, this is, oh shoot. Okay, well, no worries. It's going to be covered with ink. Didn't even see that I had Rich Razzleberry on my hand, but it's fine. It'll be covered. I like to make them in bulk because it is my least favorite card making chore. So comment down below and let me know what your least favorite is. I would have to say card base is definitely top of the list for me. All right, so there we go. There's 2 cards using the same stamp set, different sets for sentiments because that one doesn't have any sentiments with it. But I hope you enjoyed these cards. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a fantastic day.